What's up, folks? How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Gonna have a little conversation today. Let's see. Give me a second, folks. I'll be right back. Well, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Ow! What's up, folks? What's going on, folks? I don't have my server today, so bear with me as you guys may see me have to reach up to do my operations from here. I don't have my server. For some reason, I'm having technical difficulties again with the laptop. I don't know what the fuck is happening with it. Weird shit, man. Weird shit is going on with this laptop. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to replace this pretty soon because it, you guys remember my last week, my video was fine. I was operating. I had my server right here. It was going great. Now today, nothing changed. Actually, I did more to make sure the memories, everything is cleared, is rebooted, and ran different utilities on it to make sure it's clean and is operating. And the indications are showing that it's up and running great. And then as soon as like 12:59, we were scheduled to start at 1 o'clock. At 12:58, 12:59, it started fucking up. I mean, it never, folks. I mean, I swear to goodness, it's like whenever it does this, it's always 1 or 2 minutes before I do a podcast. It's not like any other work that I'm doing. It's always something when it's like 1 or 2 minutes before I do a podcast. It didn't matter what time it is. It could be at night, and I say, okay, I'm gonna do it during the day this time. It did the same shit. Folks, there are blockages, right, that goes on in our life. And this is why I tell you guys to never give up your passion. Never give up your goals, dreams, and your aspirations. Because there are spiritual haters. There are dark spirits always trying to take you out, always trying to keep you from reaching your goals, folks. See, you got to understand something. I've said this time and time and time again. For every goal you reach, for every goals you create, obstacles are also created. And those obstacles are geared towards either building you up because you got to face those obstacles, or it's going to cause you to be a punk, to bail out, quit. So hard times, folks. So a lot of people want to, like to say things like, when you go through hard times, that's when you find out who your real friends are. No, that's not what hard times are for. Hard times are for you to find out what you're made of. That's what hard times are for. And then you're going to have spiritual blockages there, folks. Just like what I just went through. It seems like, now that my last podcast was fine, no issues. But like almost every other time I do a podcast, my server here starts freezing, acting up. 1 or 2 minutes before I do a podcast. And it's not any other time. It doesn't do this any other time. I'm fine with other work that I'm doing my research, doing my cybersecurity, practicing on a lab or something. It always happens. When it happens, it's almost every 2 or 3 times before I do a podcast. So that goes to show you my purpose is what I'm doing now, inspiring the masses. This is what I do. Now, I'm not one of those speakers. I've grown into my own over the many, many years as a speaker. I've been trained by people that I don't even model myself after anymore. Okay. And what do I mean by that? I'm one of those speakers that don't mind cussing you out. I'm going to bring it from the hip. I'm not one of those speakers who's going to come up there and preach and speak to you like I'm a pastor. That's not me. And quite frankly, many people that I speak to don't understand that language. They understand you coming to them raw. I'm going to come to you raw. You guys know who I am. You know how I am. I'm going to come to you raw. So I want to give a shout out. I can't see who's live. Who is watching right now because my server is not acting right. But I'm going to keep playing with it as I keep speaking to you guys. Maybe it'll actually do right and, show some heart, right? Show some sign of life. It might just do that. I don't know. That way I can see who's watching around the world because I know I got people overseas because of my business page. My business Jay Hunter Lee page is viewing, is live over in many countries overseas, down in the Caribbean, like Belize and Fiji. And I still don't know, but I'm just trying it now just to see if it's going to come up and act right. People in Gambia, Guinea, New Guinea, Bangalore, India, the Triad, Cameroon, Nigeria, and Ghana. So they call that the Triad countries over there. Over in North Africa as well, across North Africa. All right. So we got plenty of people that's watching from those areas. Egypt, Egypt, Morocco. All right. It looks like see, my server is functioning now. It's right back up. It is A-OK. You see what I'm saying? So folks, this is the kind of stuff. This is why I tell you never quit on your goals and your dreams. Never quit on what you do, what you're made to do, what you're called for. I heard a gentleman by the name of Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. He said, a career is what you paid for, but your calling is what you're made for. I'm made for this. I'm made for this. Nothing going to stop me from doing this. I don't care how much they would try. I don't care how much dark spirits would try. They ain't going to mess with this. You may interrupt it, but you ain't going to mess with it. And this is the reason. And this right here is the perfect example of the topic that I want to cover with you guys today. No, this is not our Monday Motivational Power Talk. We didn't get a chance to do that this week. We got a hurricane going on. So this is the perfect time for me to talk to you right now. Okay. And I'm going to try to see if I can get to you guys every day throughout the week now. If I can't get to you guys every day, it might be a couple of 2 or 3 days out the week. But I want to start doing these podcasts as often as possible because I don't like the gaps in between the time that I'm spending with you guys. So we're going to be working on getting a lot of this stuff done a lot often. I want to make sure my tie's right. Got to get it right. For you know me. You know I like to be aligned, and you know I like to be on point. Come on, folks. Got the hanky right here. You got to have a hanky. Fellas, stop wearing suits without your handkerchief. And then when you go to a special occasion and you got your suit on with your handkerchief, you got a special occasion, you gotta bump it up a notch. Put a flower right here. You can buy them. They're not expensive. You probably get them for $2 or $3. You can get a bundle of them probably for $12. Okay. You can get the rose kind, or you can get the kind that had a little stem on it. The little stem on it is a little bit more formal. You mostly see that with a tuxedo, but the one that just showed just the flower itself, not the stem, the bud, you can get those. Get on Amazon. So if you go into a special occasion like someone's birthday party that's on a upper, I ain't talking about a birthday party where everybody's in there just twerking and I'm talking about sophisticated shit. I'm talking about higher level shit. I ain't talking about no shit in the hood. So one thing you're gonna have to understand about me is whenever we talking and whenever I'm talking about doing something, I'm never talking about doing nothing in the hood. Just like white folks, they don't talk about the trailer park. They talk about the success stuff. They talk about shit that's gonna highlight their race. And I want to exploit and highlight things that's going to highlight our race. Not the worst of us, but the best of us. Okay? So and anybody take offense, if anyone offended, be offended. And no, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I'm just trying to let you guys know it is time for us to start be looked at on a different level. In order for us to be looked at on a different level, we have to start acting, thinking, and being on a different level. Okay? Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I'm quoting him again. He said, if you think the part, look the part, act the part, talk the part, walk the part, dress the part, then damn it, you will get the part. And that's what we need to be focusing on, people. Okay? Am I lying straight? Something don't look okay. I mean, what's going on? I guess I'm good. Maybe it's just me. I might be okay with you guys, but maybe it's just me. I'm just a perfectionist like that. I'm borderline OCD, if you will. Okay. So as I said, you guys, I had a hard time getting online for this podcast. There was some spiritual blockage there. There was some haters going on in the spiritual realm. I have medium abilities, so I know how to tap in and out of the spiritual world. So I'm not going to go deep into that aspect with you guys because most of you guys don't have that ability, even though we were all born with it. But we were conditioned away from it. Let me say that again. We were all born with these abilities, but we were conditioned away from it. A guy named James Arthur Ray said this before. He said, we were born into greatness, but we were conditioned into mediocrity. And if you look around and as you see the topic we're talking about today, we're talking about success stories without haters. Why do I say success stories without haters? Because we give haters too much of our credit, too much of our attention. I see people posting online all the time talking about, oh yeah, I'm doing this and I got this going on, I'm doing that. Thank you to all the haters. Why the hell are you thanking your haters? They don't deserve your thank you. They don't deserve your thank you. The people who loves you will support you. The people who will promote you, when they hate you, will promote you. So let them keep promoting you. They taking advertising dollars out of your pocket. Look at people like Steve Harvey or Beyonce. Look at how many people throw jabs at them all the time. And you see that they don't respond back. Why the hell should they respond back? Why? The only people who do not deserve the credit for helping you succeed are the haters. You know how you people say, he got his success or they got their success, she got her success by stepping on other people? You get your success by stepping on haters. You don't thank them for that because their job is exactly what that is. You got to understand this, folks. There's a natural law. There's a universal law called the law of polarity. What is the law of polarity? It states that everything has an opposite: up, down, left, right, north, south, east, west, black, white, right? Everything has an opposite. Everything. Negative and positive has an opposite. Why is that? Why does the universe have this law called the law of polarity? Well, the easy answer to give you is an example of this light that you see in front of me. What is this light doing? It's working. Why does it work? It works because negative and positive are both working simultaneously. It works together. You start your car up with a battery. The battery has a negative and positive post on it. If you take the negative post off and say, I don't like negativity, hell with negativity, take the negative post off your battery, that car is not going to start, folks. Same way with Tesla. They're battery cars. You take the negative post off of it because you don't like negativity. You take that negative post off of it, that car is not going to move. If you take the negative wiring off of these lights, this light is going to do this. It's going to do just that. So negative is always going to be there as much as positive. You think you can just go through life with only positive experiences? No. Negative is there too, folks. Why are they both there? Now, I gave you the example. The reason why there's this law called the law of polarity because of balance. You got a left leg, you got a right leg to walk with. You have a left leg and a right leg to walk with. One leg might be stronger than the other, but you use them both to walk with. That's the only way you can move. That's the law of polarity, left and right. That's a universal law. You have your left side of your brain, you have the right side of the brain. Look up what those function of the left side and the right side are for. Balance, polarity. Everything has a balance. So you're not going to get rid of haters, folks. You're not going to get rid of haters. I mean, just think of this number line. When you first went into math class in school, they taught you the number line. And that number line is very, very important to pay attention to when you start getting into algebra, geometry. Geometry and things like that. Or algebra and above. That number line is important. If you think of algebra, you look at your algebraic expression, you cannot come out with the least common denominator without understanding the balance of the problem. You work out an algebra problem, it could be this long. And you follow the order of operations, as I say. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You do which operation first in that equation, in that one line. And whatever you do not use in that problem, doing in that one line, you bring it down to the next line and it gets smaller. You bring whatever you don't use in the next line, bring it down to the next line, it gets smaller. And it gets smaller until you come with X equals what number, or Y equals a number, or Z equals a number, or whatever the least common, whatever the number is on the bottom. That does not happen without balance, folks. So it's not just the least not just the order of operations that help you get to your bottom line. It's the balance of the matter. The problem is being balanced, folks. So as long as you're going to have good things in life, you're going to have haters. You don't have to answer to those people. You don't have to answer to the haters. You don't have to respond to them. Because when you respond to your haters, you're creating dialogue with haters. And they don't deserve to have dialogue with you. Their job is to create the balance that you're getting from positivity. That is it. That is all. So when you have a success story, you don't need to mention them. You know why you don't need to mention them? Because look at people who are successful you see on TV. Do you see them spending a lot of time on negative people, on haters? And some people are haters not because they want to be negative. Some of them are positively being haters as well. And that still can equate to negativity. They could be thinking that they're giving you the right advice, but it could be the wrong advice. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I know such and such that tried to do that and it didn't work. That's negativity, folks. Encourage me if you love me. Don't discourage. If you see somebody going to go through something that did not work for somebody else, that's discouraging to try to tell them not to do it. What will be encouraging if you just say, hey, such and such tried that and it didn't work out. If I were you, I would look at different ways, look at other ways of doing it and see how that might work. Because they tried it this way. You might want to try a different way. That's encouraging. That's keeping them thinking ahead to reach that dream. Don't be no dream killer. Haters do that. So why would you need to thank them? I like to thank my haters. Fuck them haters. I don't thank them. You got to understand, folks, that some of these people are sitting back, praying for your failure. And here's another reason why you don't need to spend time with these haters. Take a look at how they're living. Take a look at their careers. And you will see that they have nothing but time to talk shit about other people. Take a look at their careers. Go see how they live on a day-to-day. Look on their Facebook posts. See the type of shit that they posting all day. Nothing encouraging. Either male or female bashing. Or just posting just straight bullshit all day. If I were you, I would be changing my algorithm. How do you change your algorithm? Find the most positive people, the most successful people that you following or friends with and engage in their stuff all the time. And what happens is what Facebook does is continue to show you those people over and over and over again every day. They would start to take over the timeline, take over your timeline's algorithm from those who just post nothing but BS. Same with YouTube. If you keep posting, if you keep finding shit to be offended of, that's going to offend you, that's all that's going to show up on your YouTube feed is shit that's going to offend you. If you want to learn about wealth, people talk about generational wealth. How much YouTube videos are you looking at from people like Tony Robbins, Les Browns, the late Zig Ziglar, the late Jim Rohn, Wayne Dyer, Lisa Nichols, Kim Kiyosaki, her husband, Robert Kiyosaki? How often are you looking at these people? My videos. How often are you looking at these people that's going to help you grow? Or spending too much time? Good to see it. Shout out to my brother Anthony Wells. What's up, fam? So it's your option, folks. Success is a choice. Just like being poor is a choice. And that's going to rub people the wrong way. Poor, P-O-O-R, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Let me give you that again. Poor, P-O-O-R, passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's all your haters do. What they're doing is passing over opportunities repeatedly because they're spending all that time talking trash about you, talking shit about you, hating on other people. You ain't the only person they hating on. You ain't the only person they hating on. Why are you feeding to it? Why are you spending your time there? replying back to haters. Why should you have dialogue with haters? You should be having dialogue with people who are better than you. Not people who are hating on you. You ain't gonna learn nothing from your haters, but you're gonna learn everything you need to know from someone who is ahead of you, who is better than you in certain in areas, who is succeeding where you want to succeed at. That's where your growth come into play, folks. People are spending time with too many people who don't want them to succeed. Get those people out your life, even if it's your own kids. Adult kids, that is. Even if it's your own sibling, cousin, I don't care. Family, I don't care. You got haters in your family, stay the hell away from them. No, we cannot choose who we're related to, but we can choose who we congregate with. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Just like our parents brought us into the world. But it's up to us how we affect it. So your success story should not include who hating on you. You're wasting your time. And you're wasting your blessings. Got a spammer on my feed. I had to put a block on him. Somebody was trying to sell some solicit something. It was a spam, so I had to block them folks. So spend time with people that's going to help you grow. I just don't understand how you got people who spending time hate with haters. I really don't understand that, folks. And then you complain that you got them. Your haters are typically going to come from people that you know very well until you become a national figure. Then you're going to get a hater from other folks who are just jealous and don't even know you. But let me tell you basically what a hater is, folks. A hater is a fan in denial. Let me repeat that. A hater is a fan in denial. Because they want to try to find anything about you that's not right, that's not positive. And they'll try to exploit it. They'll try to exploit it. I remember when you used to wear these. You couldn't afford this. You couldn't do that. They try to bring up a past that wasn't a highlight to your life. But because they're trying to bring it up, what it is a highlight to their life. Let them have it. Let them have it. You don't own it anymore. Let them have it. Give it to them for free. And then they'll come back and say, "Oh, you changed because you found success." No, you idiot. I found success because I changed. because I changed. I found success because I changed. Changed from being around people like yourself. So don't spend time with them, folks. They don't deserve your replies. If you think they deserve your reply, then you ain't grown much. Let them go. Because what they're doing is attracting people to what you're doing. And then those people are going to be impressed by what you're doing. Because you're doing something great. And those people are going to say, I see why he hating on me. This brother over here getting it. This sister's over here getting it. Yeah. Like I said, the people who love you will support you. The people who hate you will promote you. Let them keep promoting you. That's cutting a lot of money from your advertising dollars. Because you're tapping into people that they know. Because they don't know everybody. Everybody that they know ain't haters. They're probably hating on those people too. So you got to understand, folks, that the people that they're hating on, they see them hating on you, it's making them come over to you and say, okay, this brother is doing something great. I need to network with this guy. And they might not even tell you that they learned about you from one of your haters. They ain't going to tell you that. They could just say, hey, man, I saw you online. That's all they're going to say. Some of them might name drop and say, hey, man, I saw you on such and such page. That's okay. The queen is in. That's okay. You ran on time. They're not going to say, oh, I saw you on such. Sometimes they may drop names and say, hey, such and such, I heard about you from such and such. And that could have been one of your haters that they heard from you from. I know I'm a lot earlier today on my live, ain't I? So have your success stories, folks, without haters. Nobody needs to know about how many haters you got, how people are hating on you. They don't care. They don't want to hear about, the only thing they want to hear about is your success. Now, testimonials, that's a little different because now you're talking to them about how you became successful, the challenges that you had to endure to reach the level of success. But you just want to have just a success story. Oh man, this is my story. We're doing a great thing. We've done this. We're doing that. Oh, we're having a great time. Give them that. Don't give them, yeah, we're having a great time, but before we got here, man, these folks over here was hating so much. Man, people don't care about that. I know a lot of people who visits Monaco. My lady, Cortina Lee, she'll tell you what Monaco is. It has a nickname. And she's gonna type it in. I know she is. And when she type it in, I'm gonna put it up on the screen and let you guys see understand what Monaco is. It's a small country right outside of France, right? But she's gonna tell you about Monaco. She's gonna tell you. See, I told you guys she was gonna tell you. The Monaco is the billionaires' playground. Monaco is the billionaires' playground. Look it up, Monaco. Look it up. Look it up. Monaco. So I know people who frequent Monaco. I personally didn't know them. One of them is an Arab who are, from a royal family that I have received an award from to build some cities overseas, places like Libya, Crete Island, Greece, and things like that. That stuff is coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. Paperwork has already been done. They just waiting to close out some more of some vendors that I'm going to oversee in these projects. So what I'm sharing with you guys is, I know people that frequent Monaco. I speak to them. Now, one time do they talk about the word hate? Hater is not even a vocabulary to these people. It's not even in the vocabulary of these people. Hater. Start thinking like these multi-billionaires. I ain't even talking about million. I'm talking, folks, I am in touch with multi-billionaires. Little old me. Because of my IQ. I put together a monster presentation and proposal a couple of years ago and submitted it to a royal family in Jordan. They loved it. Bringing me in on a multi-trillion-dollar city project. Several cities to be exact. Tangier, Morocco is another location. Little old me. So when people tell you you ain't got to be smart, bullshit. You better know something. You better be reading. You better be educating yourself. Because if you're not doing these things and acting on what you're learning, if you're not doing these things, haters ain't got no reason to fuck with you. Oh, he ain't shit. He ain't doing it. Because they're going to use those same words when you are doing something, but they're going to say it louder. Oh, he ain't doing nothing. Right? But when you really ain't doing nothing, they probably barely even mention your name. Because you ain't even worth talking about. As my tink would say, she quoted me, turn them TVs off and read a book, damn it. So folks, stop giving the haters credit for your success. Now, did they really help you? They promoted you. They brought people to you. Probably did help you. Do they deserve the credit for helping you? Hell no. The people that deserve the credit for helping you are the ones who've been standing by your side and say, I'm with you. I'm for supporting you. I'm going to try to push you as long as I can. The haters are doing the same thing, but they're just doing it in a different way. They're doing it in a way that's trying to hurt you, but it's actually helping you. So that's why you don't thank them, because they're not coming from a good place and doing it. You guys understand what I'm saying now? Like I said before, haters is nothing but a fan in denial. So you don't need to thank those motherfuckers. You succeed and step on them on your way up. Not the good people. Step on those people. Now, that might sound a little harsh. That might sound a little harsh. But like I said to you guys, I've said to you guys years ago, I am like a steamroller. Don't think that you're going to try to fuck me over. Don't think that you're going to try to get out on me or do some shit to harm me. Because what's going to happen is I'm a steamroller. You will become the pavement. Now, what do I mean when I say that? I'm the steamroller and you will become the pavement. What I mean is karma don't need my help. Karma is already going to lay your flat ass out for me to steamroll anyway. I don't need to do that. Frank Sinatra once said, the greatest revenge is to have massive success. Let me repeat that. Frank Sinatra once said, the greatest revenge is to have massive success. That's why Steve Harvey don't reply back to his haters. This is why Beyonce don't reply back to her haters. She might put it in a song, but guess what? Even her haters are dancing to the song. Tyler Perry, he don't reply back to his haters. Denzel Washington don't reply back to his haters. Because when you reply back to your haters, you're you're having a dialogue to someone who is inferior to you. Leave them alone. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because haters are always going to be there, folks. Let me tell you something about success, reaching it. I've had many success. I've lost, gained. I know the route to being successful again. So here's what you got to understand. Let me share this with you. If you imagine if you were going through a jungle, you're trying to reach a certain milestone, you're trying to reach a certain location, a certain point. You're gonna have to take something and whack, 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 whack. And by the time you reach that destination and you look back, you see that you've left a trail, right? That trail is not always available for someone else. Because in time, that trail would be covered again with those weeds and bushes and vines and all that stuff. So you still have to whack, 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 whack. So that's something what people got to understand. They think because they found success, that they got successful, they can relax now. No, you can't relax now. Because when you go to that same path, it's covered up with the vines and stuff again. You got to cut your way through it again. So just because you've been successful, don't mean the next time you do something, you ain't gonna have no more haters. You still gonna have haters. You're gonna have to cut through them too. Even if you need to go back to that path that you just came from, you're gonna have to cut again. Because the vines and shit that's grew, them vines and shit that grew, all the haters. And some of them will bring more haters. Why do some of them bring more haters? Because you have some people who encourage other people to not like you because they don't like you. Those are weak ass followers. So they'll bring other people that hate you. And guess what? Those other people that they bring in to hate you are only saying things about you based off of what that person said. Is not even facts. So you got these other people, the other haters are coming. But as they bring more haters, they also bring in more lovers. And some of those lovers is going to help you whack through those weeds. That's how life works, folks. You're always going to have to fight. You're always going to have to cut through the vines in the jungles. You're always going to have to do that. That's why I love Henry David Thoreau when he said, don't go where a path may lead. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. Let me repeat Henry David Thoreau. Don't go where a path may lead. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. And even that trail gets covered up over again. But when he say leave a trail, it means you've left your mark. I encourage all of you to leave your mark. Leave a dent in the universe that's stamped by your name. Because the haters are always going to be there. There's no need to even talk about them anymore. Stop talking about them. If you become real big in the podcast or news media, want to try to bring up something that some hater said, just say, no, I have no comment. I have no comment. Somebody on a podcast want to interview you, say, hey man, it's been said that you've this and this and that and the other. Your response, so why am I still here? Evidently, I'm still here because my creator, God, knows my heart. So why am I still here? And why aren't they? And leave it at that. Look at the shit that they got going on for themselves. Look at their careers. Again, look at their careers. Look at what they post all day. Look at their lifestyle. And it will show you their lifestyle, their careers will show you why they have the time to hate and post bullshit all day. I like this to say, you know what, I can guess this person based off of people's posts, I can guess their net worth within a few $100s. Looking at people's posts, I can guess their net worth within a few $100s. And I can also tell what's going on in their life. I know a difference between posting a joke and posting a bitter post. I know the difference. And ladies, I tell you, some of y'all, somebody fucked a lot of y'all up. Some of y'all had nothing to do but to post shit bashing men all day. And some men do it too. Who fucked y'all up, man? Who did y'all let fuck y'all up? I mean, you during the time of day I see this shit, mostly you guys are at work. You're not even focusing. And I can tell you're not focusing on your job because the stuff that you are posting is so below the belt. It's got to be eating you up. It's no way you could be 100% focused on your job. So with that being said, you're not even worth what they're paying. Damn, Jay, you gonna go at it like that? Yes, I'm gonna go on it like that. And furthermore, I'm gonna explain why I said that. You don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. And most of y'all are not worth it. Because you got too much bullshit going on that you want to share with everybody else. Because some dude or some female fucked your heart up. So therefore, you ain't worth the job paying you. And if I were you, I would seek counseling before you end up with a condition. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Mental illness. You know, everybody want to run around with this mental illness thing. Everybody want to call themselves crazy these days. Oh, I got a mental illness. Oh, I got this because I did. Man, stay out of the victim Olympics with. You think life isn't challenging? Hasn't been challenging? Still is challenging for me. I went through difficulties in life. And I'm not making a comparison to me from anybody else. But you got to understand, hurt people hurt people. Some people would try to put shit on you because of their past experience with someone else. That's their way of getting back. Get back at the motherfucker that hurt you. Don't try to get back at me. I ain't did shit. Or this person ain't did nothing. Don't try to get back on the manosphere. Stay away from the haters, man. Let them do what they're gonna do. You know how people say haters gonna hate? That's a true statement. That's what their job is. You gotta understand that's the law of polarity. You doing the positive shit, they got to do the negative shit on you. The law of polarity. Nothing works without balance, folks. Nothing works without balance. You see it in politics all day. Try to find the most cruelest shit about your life and try to exploit it to everybody. Instead of running their own campaign, they focus all their life trying to hurt yours. And that's why most politicians who do that, they don't win. Rarely you see someone win, but most of them don't win. They lose. They lose. And that is a way for them to, that is a way from them to not share what their platform is. Oh, I don't make this shit up. Make sure the necktie, right? Because I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. So I hopefully, folks, you know, the conversation was a good conversation. Try to get to you guys tomorrow. I got some errands to run early, so I'm gonna try to get those on early so that I can have some time to spend with you again tomorrow. I'm try to see if I can do this every day during the week. And you know, of course, Monday we do our Monday motivational power talk. We do that at 9 o'clock p.m. So I'm gonna try to do a little something during the week as well. If I can't get to you during the week, after I get out from the gym, I try to see if I can do 2 or 3 days out the week at the least. That's my goal. So hope you guys have had a great week so far. I look forward to you guys to be closing out the week tomorrow strong. Strong. Okay. So I look forward to that. Listen, folks, I want you guys to do me a favor. 4 favors. Number 1, turn the TVs off, pick up some books, find some ebooks or audio books. Learn your craft. Be stronger. Be wiser. Okay. Number 2, like, share, and subscribe to the video. If it wasn't for you, that's fine. It could be for somebody you know. Share it anyway. You don't eat everything. Sometimes you say, oh, this is not what I eat. I know somebody who eat this. And pass it over to somebody who do this video the same way. It's not for everybody. I ain't looking for everybody. I'm only looking for those who get it. Okay. Number 3 favor. You look on the bottom of my screen, you see all my other social media platforms there. Connect with me there, and you also see my Cash App. $ J Hunter Lee. All I ask for is a small donation. It's not mandatory. It's not required. It's optional. It's just your choice. $20 or less. I'm not asking for a lot of money. Don't need a lot of money. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm not the richest man or anything like that. I'm not the poor either. But I'm okay with money. So the $20 or less donation is only for the podcast. As you guys see, I've been having a problem with my laptop. I might have to replace this shit soon, right? But I got a light there, my camera here. You guys see my backdrop? This is a big ass backdrop. It goes all the way over here. And I paid like close to $300. $80 of that came from y'all donations. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, you know, that's all it's for. It's just for the podcast. Buy new equipment if I need it, whatever. This laptop is basically used for work. I don't even walk around with it. I'm not playing anything on it. I'm not having fun on it. I got other tools I can play around and look up stuff with or whatever. You know, have fun I got a tablet in there I can use. I don't use my laptop is strictly for my business. So 4th favor is to do me one big one, and that is to sing like no one can hear you. Man, how y'all like that? Did y'all like that? I tapped it on accident, but you know, that's how I end it. I end my videos with that. But y'all like that? That was sweet, wasn't it? But again, I want you to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.